believe it. Thank you, Anelia. A special welcome to our international president, Brian Sheehan. And we are very excited that he's able to join us today in his very busy schedule. Our New Voices team Europe has expanded. And please give a warm welcome to Leo Giacomo Silani from Italy. He brings the Leo perspective to our team, and I can tell you already, it's working. Before I hand the microphone over to IP Brian, let's look at our topic today, partnerships. We are looking into the possibilities of partnerships in service, sharing success stories and discuss in breakout rooms. And we need your votes to celebrate the best community stories. International President Brian, your message this year is all about partnership and working together. Together we can. We love your strong message. Please, the floor is yours. You have to unmute, please. Yeah.
There we go. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. This has always been a fabulous group for a number of years, and it has to continue on, and it has to become stronger. And you're right. This does fit such a great theme of together we can. That is so important in so many ways. And I want to, partner in service is a big thing, but before we get there, I just want to reiterate how important New Voices is to this organization. You know, it came on a few years ago with past President Gudrun, and it just has been one of the most successful stories that we've had, and continuation of a successful story. Now it's changed a little bit, and don't get me wrong, I feel very strongly that one of the most important pieces of the New Voices that brought recognition to is having gender balance. And that is very, very important to our organization. And not only gender balance, but diversity balance, and a lot of different balances we need. And it also has to include the meaning of New Voices, that everybody has to have a voice. It hadn't been that way in the past, and we need some transparency, and we have to be able to allow everybody to have a new voice, and that's new members. And those new members could be Leos, they could be Leo Lions, they could be somebody who is 101 years old. My mom joined when she was 101, and she has a voice just like everybody else does. And that is the most important piece for this New Voices, is to make sure that everybody is heard, because that's one of the reasons we lose a lot of members, because not everybody is heard. We say that's not the way we've done it in the past, and you don't have the experience, you don't have the knowledge. But times have changed, and that's why this program is so important. And I want to thank each and every one of you people for joining here today and showing the interest you have, and Elizabeth and your entire team, in order to be able to keep this going and keep it driving. That is so important. So you have 100%, 110% of my backing in this as well. And I know the incoming officers feel the same way. And it's very important to keep this strong. And I love your topic today. I'm glad that I was to be a part of this number 20 Fireside chat. And partnerships. Partnerships is very important to me. We all have different kinds of partnerships, and there's different partnerships in everything that we do. And I have a lot of partnerships in business. We have a lot of partnership in Lions. We have a lot of partnerships even within my own family. My parents and I had a great partnership, and we had an understanding. And the definition of partnership is it's a relationship between two or more people, and each person contributes their skill or their knowledge or their labor or something. And I had a great partnership with my parents. They let me make decisions on my choices, on things that I did. and they allowed me to fail at certain things, but they were there for guidance and to be able to have help and be able to give input, but they still listened to me when I was a very young age up until until they had passed away. But partnership is such a big thing. And you all know my wife, Lori, that's the best partner I can ever have. And we do everything together and we bounce ideas off of each other. And, you know, she's very strong in promoting of not only New Voices, but Lions in Motion and all the service projects and everything that we have, that we're a team. And that's what this partnership and service is all about. It's about having a team. And that is, as you said, my big piece in order to be able to move forward. I understand very quickly that I cannot do this alone. The district governors cannot do that alone. This group cannot do things alone. The more people you get in there, the more power that you have to be able to voice the changes, and which we have to be able to have. Changes is inevitable, especially after this pandemic, of how so many different things have changed. It's very important for us to be able to do that. And my top priority, one of my top priorities, I've got 4 priorities, and New Voices, you know, interacts in all of them. And my top one is you share the joy of being a lion. And that is so important that we have to do. And you all on this call understand, because you have a joy of being a member of this organization. And that joy is comprised of a lot of different things. It's the partnerships that you have with everybody here. And it's the leadership that is being shown that you have the capability of being able to do. It's the service that we do. But my point is to be able to share all these great things that we do to non-Lions and to people in our communities. As the United Nations said, this world needs 40% more service. And that's just because of the pandemic. That's additional service over and above what we had before. And are we ready to do that? Do we have the people in order to do that? We do if we can share that joy of being a lion and being able to, again, because of New Voices, being able to listen to them when they come in. What is it that you want to do? This is a partnership. Whenever anybody comes on board, what is of interest to you? Because it may not be the same interest that I have. And that's why we have to be able to listen to so many people and all the things that we do. Another priority is think big, you know, in our service projects that we do. And it's the same thing with this New Voices program too. It applies to that. We have to think big when we do projects like this. We have to continue it on. It has to continue to grow. Otherwise it gets stagnant. And again, I appreciate this team putting these things together and the different fire chats that you have. And this is about advocating, which is the third priority that I have. It's about advocating the wonderful things that we do. And you have all been advocates of New Voices, but it's because of everything that we do. We're not good at shouting from the rooftops what we do sometimes, because we're not in it for recognition. We're not in it for ourselves. We're in it for the betterment of humanity, and we're in it for the betterment of people. To belong to this organization, we're not expecting to have to shout this from the rooftops, but we have to show and tell people, and especially starting in our community, but also starting in our organization like this, and telling them why it's so important to have New Voices, why it's so important to tell everybody the great works that we continue to do day in and day out as an organization. So again, I really just want to thank you for having me here. Lori had some other projects going on, or she would have joined me as well, but talking about partnerships, we've got some great partnerships that we have, and Lori and I we understand the opportunity that we have, and we don't take that lightly ever. We appreciate being able to have these changes being done by doing a Zoom meeting. I couldn't get there, so it's great to be able to have these Zoom meetings, take advantage of this technology, take advantage of sharing with each other in these breakout sessions. There'll be a lot of questions that everybody is going to be coming up with. It's about communication, communication, communication. That was our international president's, one of his priorities last year. I believe in communication, but if we have communication with a plan, that tells us where we got to be able to go in the future. So again, Elizabeth and everybody, I want to thank you for having me here. Together we can, and together we will, with the great people like everybody on this call.
Thank you so much, International President Brian. And as you say, together we can, and advocating, because the new voices are the marketing part of our organization. We are shouting from the rooftops. We are doing social media. We're doing symposium. We're doing workshops. So the new voices are for the marketing, are very, for advocating, very, very important. Thank you for mentioning that. And what I also wanted to mention is it's so important that you support this program. Certainly to let them show that it's not a women's program. It's a program about diversity. It's a program about young and older, cultural background. Doesn't matter where you come from. As long as we give you a voice, you can join the new voices. That's so important. Thank you for pointing that out. And thank you so much. And you are welcome to stay, but you are also welcome to go to other tasks if you can leave at any time if you want to. Okay.
You know, I can always learn things, so I plan on staying around. You're never too old to learn things and to hear people's opinions. So we love it.
Then it can happen to you that you end up in one of the breakout rooms.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Dear new voices, can I have the next slide, please, Amelia? Yeah, we have prepared 6 questions for you. I would like to, we have a new image from our team. You see there, we put the young ones on top because they are very important and they are so dynamic. We have to catch up. I'll tell you, it's incredible. If you, I would like to mention that if you want to be in the breakout room, please put your camera on that we can see you. You will be put in 6 different breakout rooms with 6 different questions. Anila, can I have the next slide, please? Oh, we have done it. Just for the record, we will have the breakout rooms, and after that, Alpa will tell you about all the community story contests, which we need your help for voting. Next slide, please. 6 breakout rooms, 6 rooms with 6 different questions. You will have each of one of our team members in each of the breakout rooms to keep you going, to keep you discussing, and to support you also if you have some questions. You will have 20 minutes to discuss your question, and I would like to ask you to appoint a sponsor for the debrief when we're coming back.
Göründü. Tamam. Teşekkür ederim canım.
Can you mute yourself, please?
Sesini kapatın diyor Esra.
Oh, okay. After 20 minutes, you come back and we will have a debrief. Then we are interested in what you have discussed. Okay. Anelia, are you ready to put us in the rooms? It will take a while, so be patient. There are a lot of people.
Thank you. I need some time just to finish
Yes.
the signing. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. So all of a sudden you will disappear and you will end up in a breakout room. And it's starting in a second. Okay.
Welcome back.
Are we all back?
Still people are coming.
Still people are coming in. Okay, I will wait till everybody's here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your breakout room session. Okay, good. There are still people coming in. It takes some time with Zoom from all over the world. Okay. Can you give me the next slide, Anilia? Yeah, thank you. And when we are, I think we are all back. Can you just stop sharing? Because then I see all the faces. Thank you for coming back. I would like to start with the first breakout room session, room number 1. And coincidentally, I was in that room. Oh, my camera is going out. I'm sorry, but I don't see myself anymore. It's a technical problem, so don't be afraid. I'm still the same person. Room number 1 was, what kind of partnerships in service do you know? Give some examples. I'll try to connect again. So I will give a summary of, there I'm back. I give a summary of our breakout room. First of all, we talked about Special Olympics as a partnership, and especially the Lions doing the Healthy Athletes program, which actually started with the Opening Eyes program, and PhD Phil Nathan was there at the beginning, so he was able to talk us through the history of Special Olympics. And the second partnership we have is about inclusion. Actually, that means that the athletes join together with young, healthy people and playing together sports, so they feel included. Then we talked about a partnership with the Turkish Diabetes Foundation. The Lions sponsored a car so that the foundation can go to areas and test, especially children, on diabetes. One of the participants talked about partnership with Agricultural Society with young people, and they are able to purchase Christmas presents during a market for their parents. And we talked about in 2017-18, all the Turkish districts all together organized a workshop about women's rights, and the partnership was with universities in 3 different major cities in Turkey. We talked also about LCIF as a very important partner, and especially in that example were about childhood cancer. And then from MD 105, we got a very interesting partnership with a visual impairment school in Liverpool. And they actually work together on projects in Africa, but also on a special project on a poetry contest for children. And one of the children won the contest and was able to speak at the United Nations. So these are examples from our breakout room number 1. And now I would like to ask breakout room number 2 to give us their
I was in the room number 2. We
Okay.
was sharing a success story, and was very nice hear from different countries which success story they had, starting from the books, school books, what they give to the school, sharing the bicycle, sharing all activities together between us, and we decide that the communication is the more important of all, and especially how to present your activity, and this is very important. Somebody say us which kind of session they have, learning how to make your success story more efficiently, to make the film to TikTok, to make a lot of activities. Was great to hear everybody from different country and share this success story. I think together we can do more and more activity for our society.
Thank you so much, Daniela. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Breakout room number 3, challenges when partnering in service. What are the challenges? Albert, have you been there?
Actually, I was in room 6, so
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know what went on.
You
you have me, Elizabeth. We had a few technical difficulties in group
thank
number
you.
3. We had 2 facilitators, but they were meant to be in other groups.
Okay.
And because we didn't know the title of the question, we just had a discussion around partnerships and the success of those, and a few cautionary tales as well. If you're happy for me to brief you, the group have
Please
asked me
do.
to do that on their behalf. So we had a lively discussion about partnerships. We heard a lot of success stories, certainly between Lions and Rotary in a number of examples that were discussed, and also between Lions and UNICEF, for example, with disaster relief when there aren't lions on the ground, and obviously with our partnership with the United Nations, UNICEF and the United Nations work hand in hand. So there was a good discussion around that. There was also an interesting story between a partnership between Lions clubs, and sometimes we forget that that can be just as important as partnerships between us and other organisations. We heard a very interesting project between Lions in Athens and Lions in Italy to do with ping pong. I'm not sure I understand it fully yet, but it sounds amazing. Also, in principle, I think we all agree that partnerships allow us to extend our audience and extend our profile, because each of those groups, us and whoever else, will have a different audience and we can share with each other. But the thing I'll finish on is that there was a lot of conversation about also you have to be careful who you partner with, because you have to make sure, if as Lions we're partnering with other organisations, we have shared values, shared principles, shared ethics, and most importantly, a mutual respect for each other, i.e. one of the partners is not taking advantage of the other one. But it was a really fun discussion. Thank you to everybody who was in our emergency assembled group, but we got there in the end. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stuart. And I agree with you in the last comment. It's very important to consider who you partner with. Room number 4. Who was in room number 4?
It's me.
Carla.
I arrived in room number 4 quite late because we had technical problems. When I arrived in the room, the discussion was already started. And anyway, I caught very important points. First of all, generally, the services that are made in common are proposed, suggested by Lions. So we find the people that work with us in our projects. And this is important. The fact that there are more partners that helps to spread out the service itself and to enter better the community. A lot of interesting services were referred, but I wanted to be stick at our topic. The fact that we have partners can also help to get more money. So if, for example, it is possible to have competitions, for example, literary competitions, or the same site first can be done with partners. It was done with a TV organization, and that helped to spread out the service everywhere. And another advantage is that, of course, the public gives much more attention because being different partners, also more people are involved in doing the service itself. And okay, this is also the advantages that we have is that our services can get also much more money to be devoted to the services, that there is bigger attention from Facebook, the press, the media in general, and services can actually be realized in a better way. And we are better known in the community. That's all, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you. Now we come to room number 5.
Hello, it was me.
Alessandra.
Room number 5, yeah. So how can we make sure that partnership is sustainable? We came up with few ideas. First, it was constant communication between partners, between members, set up good relationship with other organizations, set up the goal and reach it together. The other one was use GMA methods, build team, common vision, how to get there. The 5th one was deep respect and trust in partners. And the last one, everyone should feel appreciated about their work.
Okay, thank you so much. You had a good discussion there.
Yes, Brian was with us. We were honored. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Alexandra. And last but not least, room number 6. How can we improve partnerships in service?
Yeah, we got great answers, actually. They are from heart and also from mind. I can explain them with one word: awareness, equal treatment, no judgment, follow-up, recognition, reporting, empathy, sympathy, and listening, and understanding.
Wow, that's it?
Yep.
Okay, wow, that's short and powerful. Thank you so much. Dear New Voices, you know, we record this session and put it on YouTube, so you can always look it back or listen to it again. If you have any other questions, because otherwise we're running out of time in the end, please put them in the chat so we can answer it on the way or later on. Let me see.
If the floor permits, I would like to just be brief and just one crisp point I would like to put to all the members here.
Yes.
I am Sanjay Wadhwa from India. I want to just elaborate on, we are focusing on helping. Our logo is we serve. We are serving instantly, right? And my one idea is that why we also try to give a sustainable income or sustainable job to the person who is not, rather than feeding him regularly. We try to emphasize also on his job or his livelihood, and we try to put him across to some work where he can earn for his living, and we can start some projects like that.
As a partnership.
As a partnership.
Okay, thank you so much, Lion Sanjay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will move on to our next topic, which is actually the community story contest. And I would like to ask Alper again to lead us through this contest.
So Brian's gonna like this. As you know, we had a summer photo contest, and now we are having a Celebrate Community Story contest. So both contests are about actually marketing, because we are trying to express ourselves through photos or stories or anything you can think of. So we received actually 28 stories of 45 clubs from 12 countries and 18 districts. It was great because we had stories from Lions clubs, 1 Leo Lions club, 1 club branch, 16 Leo clubs, but from Alpha and also Omega Leos. And we have also 6 soaring together stories, which means that a Leo club and the sponsoring Lions club did something together, so which was perfect. As you see, we had stories from Rotary partnership, Humanist partnership, Optimist partnership, and also other NGOs that we don't know, but the local communities are very well aware of. So you can read all of the stories using that QR code, but we will also send you the stories to your emails, so you can also have time to read them. Next slide, please. So, as before, you will choose the winner. We won't choose it, but Firesiders will choose it. And we have 6 areas, as you see: Lions and Rotary, Lions and Kiwanis, Lions and Optimist, Lions and other associations, Lions and multiple associations, and also serving together. So we will email you the voting poll, and we will email you also the stories, so you can read them until the end of this month. Because we have too many stories, it's impossible to do it in 2 days. And the award certificate will be emailed as before to the winner, and we will complete all of this until November 1st. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Okay, thank you so much, Alpa. These are modern times. This is the actually what the young people bring in. It's incredible what we do with QR codes and contests, and it's fun. It's absolutely fun. Before we move on, I would like to bring your attention to the Leo video contest, which is by November 1st. And you can also use the QR code for the official website. And don't forget to submit your New Voices nominees by November 1st. You can use the QR codes here as well, but also through the international website. You can find all the information there. Next slide, please. Are there any questions left, Zeynep, in the chat?
No questions in the chat.
No questions. Okay.
Messages
only,
of thanks
comments.
from Leos.
Thank you so much. Please note our next firesides are in December, February, April, and June. So you see here the dates. But the next one actually is a forum site, because at the Lions Europa Forum in Zagreb, we will have a forum site on October 27 at 2 p.m. And if you are there, if you have registered for the Europa Forum in Zagreb and you are there, join us there. We will have a very, very interesting forum site, and with the young people organizing it. So this will be very, very exciting. So, which brings me, can we stop sharing, Anilia? Which brings me back to you. So I would like to thank you all for the participation, for the learning again. And I would like to thank our international president, because he's still here. Thank you so much, IP Brian, to join us for the whole hour.
Thank you so much. This was very good discussions, very good insight. Much appreciate the opportunity for being here.
Thank you so much. And we will see each other very soon. And thank you all for being with us and watching this topic, partnership and service, discuss with us and give us great ideas for the future. And so I will say together we can, and together we will. Thank you so much, and bye everyone, and thank you for participation. See you next time.
Awesome.
Oh, I see Darko.
you all.
He's already
Bye-bye.
waiting for us in
Bye.
Zagreb.
Bye-bye.
Darko.
It was
Bye.
so
Thank
Good
you,
night.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Great to
Bye.
see you again.
Zagreb.
Do zobaczenia, do zobaczenia.
Thank you. Bye.
Absolutely.
Bye.
So many
Bye to
friends from
everybody.
Ireland,
Bye-bye.
Israel,
Thank you.
Greece,
Bye-bye.
Poland,
Bye.
Germany.